Some say that Hermes represents the time we learn our true names, who we really are. The Greek philosopher Thales is reported to have been asked, "What is the most difficult of all things?" to which he is said to have answered, "To know yourself." The hermit is given time to obey the Delphic oracle's demand, "Know thyself." Echecrates, having arrived at the shrine and beheld the virgin who uttered the oracle, became enamored of her because of her beauty, carried her away and violated her, and that the Delphians, because of this deplorable occurrence, passed the law that in the future a virgin should no longer prophesy, but that an elderly woman of 50 would declare the oracles, and that she would be dressed in the costume of a virgin, as a sort of reminder of the prophetess of olden times. As in the beginning, he goes wherever inspiration leads him. Back then, however, his staff rested on his shoulder, carrying unseen his pack. The fool was like the pack, wrapped up unknown. The hermit's staff leans out before him now, not behind, and it carries a lantern, not a pack. The hermit is like the lantern, illuminated from within by all he is, capable of penetrating the darkness. The hermit, combined with the hanged man card, reveals that you are punishing yourself with needless guilt over a situation that others have long ago left and forgotten. It is time to stop fighting yesterday's war. When the temperance card appears with the hermit, it is a call from the forces of the universe to curtail your party and lifestyle. Ignoring a warning like this will lead you to a world of isolation from friends, family, and the pleasure that a drug and booze-fueled lifestyle so desperately seek. The hermit card is best paired with the star. This is an acknowledgement from the universe that you are on the right path, the path that you were actually put on this earth to follow. Congratulations. Your isolation from the daily grind will be a benefit to humankind in the big picture, and the light of wisdom from the lamp of your knowledge will illuminate truth for all you encounter. Spirituality. It is very likely that at this time a person will come into your life who is like a mentor or a teacher. Even if they don't teach you directly, you will still learn from them on several levels. Honor the need that you may be having to withdraw to a degree from ordinary life. It won't last forever. You will soon be feeling much more social. So don't push yourself now to be around a lot of people unless it is absolutely necessary. You will likely emerge from this month feeling refreshed and renewed, particularly on a spiritual level. Key words for the Hermit Tarot card meaning: wisdom, humility, solitude, searching, detachment, deliberate, observation. Staff, appearing as an attribute amongst pilgrims, saints, and even priests. The staff is an emblem of power and authority. The staff is in the hermit's left hand, representing the hand of higher awareness, subconscious mind. In this case, the staff represents the hermit's ability to use his isolation and the knowledge he has gained as a tool upon his path to even higher levels of awareness. Stance. The hermit stands upon the precipice of an icy mountain. This symbolizes the heights of his journey and further intensifies the feeling of his isolation. Mountains typically symbolize achievement, growth, and accomplishment. The symbolism in this case is the hermit has achieved his goal and is continuing the path he has chosen, committed to his endeavor of ultimate awareness. Star. The Star of David shines brightly within his lantern. Biblically, David means beloved of God, and so the light from the star symbolizes the light of God. Further inspection of the star reveals that it is comprised of two triangles, one inverted, the other erect. This is a common symbol for male and female, or opposing, balancing energies. In the context of the hermit, this symbol represents balance and using the energies together for the purpose of spiritual advancement. The hermit indicates that our attentions must shift from the outside, external world to our inner selves. In many ways, this is the card of self-discovery. Some believe the hermit indicates the beginning of spiritual enlightenment or the discovery of our spiritual selves. In a tarot card reading, the hermit represents the search for answers, and he will feel dissatisfied until he has completed this process. This is often a shadowy path representing the unknown. It is a journey that requires solitude and trust. However, it is not all dark along the way, as the hermit is guided by the light of his intuition. The hermit's correlating number is 9, the number of termination and endings. 9 has significant meaning due to the fact that it is the last single number in a sequence. This indicates the conclusion of a particular life cycle. After 9, we come to 1, the number of individuality. A 9 represents the end of a cycle and signifies the incorporation of all 8 previous stages of development. 9 is the number of completion. In Jungian terms, the hermit is the archetype of the wise old man, the father, king sage, teacher, or mentor who has wisdom through experience and learning. 9 is the number of this card, the number of initiation and completeness. The hermit in himself is self-possessed, self-sufficient, and complete. In astrology, the hermit relates to the sign Virgo. Around him on some cards are white flowers, emblems of purity and detachment. The hermit stands alone on a snowy peak, lighting the way for others with the lamp of truth. He stands vigil for weary seekers like he once was. He began as the fool and now feels he has come full circle, arriving at the place he started and seeing it as if for the first time. He has arrived at a high point of spiritual wisdom and is willing to share it. The hermit represents the end of one phase of your life and the start of another. Problems will be solved, goals will be attained. Banish doubt, it only creates an obstacle between you and your source. You will find what you are seeking and take your first step into a whole new world of opportunity. Hermit definition is noun, one retired from society for religious reasons. A hyponym would be John the Baptist, Saint John the Baptist. The definition of a hyponym is word that indicates a more specific meaning than another related word. An example, father is a hyponym of parent. To dream of a hermit denotes sadness and loneliness caused by the unfaithfulness of friends. If you are a hermit yourself, you will pursue researches into intricate subjects and will take great interest in the discussions of the hour. To find yourself in the abode of a hermit denotes unselfishness toward enemies and friends alike. John the Baptist plays a large part in some Andean writings, especially those dating from the Islamic period. They view John as the only true Messiah. They consider Jesus to have been possessed by an evil spirit following his baptism by John the Baptist, and to have created a false religion. The Mandean scriptures state, if the carpenter Jesus has joined together the God, who then has joined together the carpenter? Zacharias himself prophesied that John would be called the prophet of the Most High, who would go before the face of the Lord to make ready his ways. John emphatically stated that he was not the promised Messiah, nor was he a literally reincarnated Elijah. Rather, he was the fulfillment of Isaiah's prophecy, the voice of preparation for the arrival of God in the flesh. When questions about the nature of existence and the purpose of life start eating away at your mind, answers will not be found in the physical world. They can only be found inside of you. You have risen above your desires and emotions because they will no longer help you on your journey. Now you must become like the hermit who seeks the answers alone. Only the whispers of his inner voice and the lamp of his light will guide him now. Eventually, even that lamp shall be cast away, because it is artificial and will not help the hermit forever. His own inner light must learn to shine in the absence of the light of others. For true wisdom to emerge, there can be no distractions. Any preoccupations of the world, no matter how small or inconsequential they may seem, will be heard as shouts that drown out the still voice within. It is not enough to rid yourself of inner turmoil, though that is a step in the right direction. The next step is to eliminate outer turmoil through isolation and withdrawal from the world. This is the path of the hermit, who slips into darkness in order to have the light revealed to him when he is ready. Like the fool, he is once again alone, separated from all others, but this time it not only by choice, but by necessity. Once he has learned the lessons and seen his true wisdom, the hermit will often pick up his lamp and return to the real world in order to help others see their own potential as well. But the hermit is not a teacher. He will not lecture his students and tell them all about his experiences of solitude and isolation. They must experience it themselves. For wisdom earned simply by listening to another person is not really wisdom at all. True wisdom and true enlightenment always come from within. A teacher may tell the student how he found wisdom, but the student must go and find it for himself. Wisdom is not a gift presented to you on a platter. It is a gift you give yourself. The lessons of life cannot be rushed or forced or made to happen before it is time for them to happen. This statement, in fact, is one of those lessons that everyone must learn, but simply reading it on a page or hearing others tell you about it will not give you the experience of the lesson. Only by doing or not doing can we ever hope to understand. Knowledge only becomes wisdom when we earn it, through the sacrifice of our familiar surroundings and all the people we hold dear. If you think about it logically, everything you leave behind when you follow the hermit's call will remain when you return. The only thing that will have changed is you. The appearance of the hermit is a call to learn more about yourself and the nature of your existence, and everyone experiences this call at some point in their lives. Take this as a sign that your worldly problems and affairs can safely be put on hold. There is greater inner work to be done now. Often this will refer to a problem you must solve or a part of your nature you must deal with before a situation can progress. Only in rare circumstances will this refer to a spiritual transformation. But when it does, know that it will be a powerful change requiring much effort and commitment. A more long-term withdrawal may be needed. The hermit can also show you that a mentor is entering your life. This is a person who will not teach you overtly, but who will show you how to find the answers you are seeking within yourself. Perhaps you will be the mentor who is indicated by the hermit, in which case you must be careful not to preach to your student, but guide him. Your wisdom will not be your student's, and you must accept that before any teaching can be done. If you are ever in doubt, know that all wisdom you will need is already inside of you, waiting to emerge. This light will not come unless sought out, but when it does, you will see that you had the answers all along.